Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and yesterday I told you guys I had a pretty good game in Constellation, right? This is a ship that when I play it, I get better and better at. Arguably my favorite battleship in the entire game. That probably at Tier 7, really close. A lot of good ones at Tier 7. But anyway, this match, like I said yesterday, we only hit 30 shells. Be a pretty important 30 shells. But anyway, we are on two brothers. We are going to push in. We have two cruisers that are going to rely on us to kind of be aggressive. And I know but that's kind of important to people. So we're going to take a shot. We'll only get one shell because he obviously turned in. So we got one of our 30 shells for 4,600. Now, Georgia here is going to get in a battle with me here. And yes, I do know Georgia overmatches Constellation. And I know people don't like the armor of Constellation, but I really do. So we're going to take a shot, maybe expecting him to move forward a little bit. He does start to. And we get a couple shells on target. Now, we don't really do much with our first, 5 shells? It's going to get a little bit more interesting now. Because 25 shells are going to add up to a significant amount here. We're going to take this shot on Mogami. Mogami's lucky I didn't hold my first shot. Otherwise, that would have been a dev strike. We only needed one shell for a Citadel to finish him off. He would have been dev strike at Constellation at 10 kilometers had he had full health. There is no debate about that whatsoever, right? Also, here's Anchorage. I'm thinking, wow, are we going to get two guys that just stay broadside? Now, Anchorage does actually turn out here, so kudos to him. Again, first 6 shells, 26,000. We do have a Citadel, but I want to push up, be aggressive, and spot for our cruisers. And they are doing a pretty good job themselves, but Georgia does the unthinkable. You cannot do this in a Georgia. Alright, 2 shells hit, 2 Citadels. And we're going to go ahead and throw some shells his way as we see our Georgia-class submarine. And, again, didn't need too many shells to take him out, but we had enough, right? Also, Anchorage is trying to angle towards me. We're going to try to put that shot right in the weak spot there. And 2 shells for 2 Citadels. So we've had 15 shells hit, 6 of them Citadels for about 100,000 damage. And basically our last 10 shells were 6 Citadels. Pretty solid, I would say. Also, we're going to grab this cap as a solo cap as we move up. Now, we have a lot of health here. Now, I know as we're starting to close in here, this match is already not looking good for the red team, only a few minutes in. So I do the unthinkable stupid stuff. Also, you notice I was spotted for a second and not spotted, so I know the carrier is around here. And we had no plane shot down till now, but we're going to take a few out while, figure we're at it while we're here. But now the match is almost over already as we have not lost anybody and they've lost over half their team. We're going to take a nice little shot at Saipan and throw up our plane and chunk him for quite a bit, even without a Citadel. To be honest, if I had aimed right, he probably would have been dev struck. But we know there's a Musashi in front of us. We know that's not good. And this is going to be our demise here. We're going to go ahead, try to get this carrier spotted to get rid of him. That's really who can change this game if anybody could. But again, they're down to their last 3 ships. There's nothing to worry about here. So I figure I would go full in and be aggressive. And we are going to take him for another chunk of health. Giving us 26 shells hit. And we're going to take down some of his planes because it was fun, but we get really unlucky on a double FOD, a rudder, and an engine. Everything's broke on our ship right now except for not on fire. We know this is bad because Musashi basically overmatches everything about us, so we can't really angle to him very well. And we know this is bad, but we throw out some torps. We throw a couple shells at Alabama as well on our way out. Having a 173,000 damage game with only 30 shells hit. Obviously, the match was pretty much over, so I was just trying to be dumb. If Musashi plays that poorly, the Musashi player was obviously pretty decent. If the Musashi player is poor there, we could have a really crazy game. But that being said, still a very solid game for only 30 shells hit. Top of the leaderboard, 3,200 base damage or base XP game. You guys have a wonderful day. I will see you next time, folks. Have a good one.